Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. No, it's not clickbait. I'm really going to talk about what's in my bra. Crystals. Crystals are in my bra. Why do I have crystals in my bra? Because I believe that crystals carry energy just like we carry energy, and they have certain properties just like minerals do for food. Like we eat certain food to get certain minerals and vitamins out of them. Crystals contain minerals as well. So I wear crystals for many, many reasons, which I'm going to explain to you. And I'm going to give you a quick story time of how I got involved with crystals. So probably about 10 years ago, I had a friend that was kind of using crystals, and I thought it was really intriguing, and I started to ask her about it. And she told me just like a bit of information. She didn't really know too much about it. She just thought it was cool too. So I decided to take a course downtown Toronto at this place called the Rock Shop, that was near the old Honest Ed's that's no longer there at Bloor and Bathurst. And I took a 5-part course and became knowledgeable in crystals and found out that not only do they have so many properties that are beneficial to us, but they have healing abilities because of their energies, and certain crystals you can work with for certain outcomes. And I just find it completely fascinating. I have quite a vast crystal collection, and I continue to collect my crystals and learn about them. So why do I have crystals in my bra? Because so you don't have to put them in your bra. You can put them in your purse, you can put them in your pocket, you can put them in your wallet, you can put them, by your bedside table. It doesn't have to be within in your bra. But I found like I'd put them in my pocket and then I'd be scared to lose them, or I'd put them, somewhere, and I just want them close to me all the time, and especially next to my heart. For some crystals, they work really well that way. So that's what I do. That's why I have crystals in my bra. So I started off with just wearing one crystal in my bra maybe 12 years ago, and I would document things that were happening, journal everything that was happening during the course of carrying this around. And it really did have effects on me. And just as the crystal has effect on you, you have an effect on the crystal too. You actually work together. Your energies work together to create things or deal with things, or experience things in different ways. So so I started off with just one, and then I would go one on each side, so I had two, and then I'd put two on one side and one on the other, and then two on each side. And I think right now I'm probably at 10, like 5 on each side. uh, and I mean, most of them are small, so it sounds like a little nuts, right? Most of them are small, a couple of them are big, and I do change them around depending on what's going on in my life and what I would like to work on or create in my life. So I'm just going to go over just a couple things about crystals because there's just so much to talk about. So crystals have different, they pertain to different chakras as well. So I did a video all on chakras, and chakras are just simply energy channels throughout our body. So certain chakras work well with certain crystals. Also, crystals can work with different emotions, different things that we're going through in our life, to help us with different things like trauma, negative energy. They all have their place in our world. And the history of crystals goes back so long ago, and each one is found in different parts of the world. Some are found in like 3 or 4 parts in the world. Some are specific to one region, like Brazil or Russia, for example. And it's just, it's so fascinating. I have several books on crystals as well. And just the course that I took, the books, and my experiences, I've learned so much. And that's why I wanted to talk about them today. They are not for everybody. I mean, every time I've ever told anybody that I had crystals in my bra, they were like, "Are you a witch? Like, or are you crazy? Like, whatever." I don't care what people think. We've justified that on my channel. I really don't care. But I know so many people now that are working with crystals and that love crystals, and some people just find them pretty and are intrigued by them and they don't know why. So if you want to start working with crystals, or you want to like venture down the beautiful rabbit hole of crystals, because it's such a great place, what I recommend is starting off with one crystal, or you can start off with a couple of crystals. And it's really cool because how you would choose a crystal, so you would go to a metaphysical store, a mainstream like store like Green Earth or one of those places in the mall, they'll have crystals. So you can start off with one of those places, go in, you can buy crystal for as cheap as $1, and they go as expensive as a couple $100, depending on the crystal, the size, and what it does and all of that stuff. But you can definitely get a crystal for $1. So, it's not doesn't have to be an expensive venture. So go to your nearest metaphysical or store or green earth store and get a crystal, and don't do any research. This is like the best way to do it. Don't do any research on crystals. Or what types of crystals. Just go and get one. Get whatever speaks to you, whatever resonates with you, whether you think it's pretty or you feel like it's calling out to you. Many people experience that. Just get that crystal to begin with. I would also recommend working with that crystal. So you could put it in your bra, you could put it in your purse, you could put it in your pocket, beside your bed, whatever you like. You could put it, somewhere that's going to be around you quite often, and for the effects to take place. And basically, you should journal. So take that crystal and journal for at least a month, I would say. That's what I did to start, at least a month. Journal with that crystal. It can only has to be 2 sentences or whatever your day was. Or if you're finding that you're learning something or something's steering you to a certain way, or you're dealing with certain issues and how you're sort of dealing with them, document everything. And then at the end, even if you decide to do this for 2 weeks, although I recommend a month, document everything. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, and be patient and wait for the magic, then you can search to see what the properties of that crystal are and see how they affected that experience. Or you'll see so many similarities with the actual property of it. And, I think it'll make you a bit of a believer. But that's up to you if you want to try and experiment. It's just fun. It's so much fun to work with crystals. And they always surprise you, and you surprise yourself sometimes. So it's great to have a journal and a history, I do, of experiences that I've had. And I'm really glad that I kept track. And then going on from there, you can choose another crystal if you like, and then start the process again. So another thing that you have to do when you get crystals is that you have to clear them. You have to cleanse them. So, and you have to set an intention. So what you're going to do is you get your crystal, you're going to bring it home. There's a few different ways to do this. Some of them you could put out in the sunlight, and some of them will be destroyed if they're put in the sunlight. So make sure you know this. This is probably, for more of an advanced person, because you don't want to research your crystal when you first start using it, just to see what I'm talking about. But definitely moonlight, you could put it on the windowsill and it can charge in the moonlight. You could put it, my favorite thing is to do it with sound. So I'll put it, beside some really beautiful music, or a really nice mantra, or some type of meditation that is just a beautiful, positive thing. And then what you want to do is you want to clear the crystal. And what you're doing while you're clearing the crystal is that it was in a store, or if you bought it over the internet, you don't know where you got it from, sort of thing. So it could have been other energies could have touched this crystal. Maybe somebody was in a bad mood, pick up the crystal and went, oh, this is bullshit or whatever, put it back. And that energy is now in the crystal. So you just want to clear the crystal to make sure it's a fresh start with you as the new owner of the crystal. And you clear it for that reason. And then what you're going to do, so you can use music, you can use moonlight, you could use your own energy to cleanse it, set an intention to cleanse the crystal and just kind of put your energy over it. There's so many different ways. Just something calm and gentle and loving, and be in a good place when you do it to clear the crystal. And then what you're going to do after you decide to clear your crystal is you're going to set an intention. So you will hold the crystal in your hand and you will set an intention, close your eyes. And what do you hope to accomplish while you're working with this crystal? What goal are you working on? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to sort of work through right now? It could be anything, whatever that goal is that you're working on. Set that intention. You also want to meditate with this crystal. You want to hold the crystal, or if it's in your bra, it's already next to you. But if you want to hold the crystal while you're meditating, that would be really great as well. And you want to hold it in your left hand. It's the receiving hand, to receive the energy. You could also put one in your right hand if you want to. There's no real, I do both, but I mean, the left hand is supposed to be the receiving hand. So keep it with you, meditate with it, set your intention, clear the crystal, and document and let me know what happens and let me know what you think. And if you want to know more about crystals, there is a crystal, like I said, for every chakra. Crystals are associated with certain elements. Each one is associated sometimes to two elements. Certain crystals are related to certain emotions, certain outcomes. It's so much fun, the world of crystals. I just love, love, love my crystals so much. They're like my favorite thing ever. So I hope this was helpful, a little bit of an introduction to crystals. And yes, I have 5 in each side of my brow right now because that's how I roll. So I hope you enjoy this video. Be well, take care, and I will talk to you soon.